Hello and welcome to FCTR, I'm Ian McQuaid, and today I'm going to jump straight into it. This is my thoughts on AEW Road Rager, the comeback show, if you will, of AEW to live touring. It was a special event, and my fucking god, was it a good event. This was one of the best shows of Dynamite I can remember in a long time. Now, I've been falling a little bit out of love with AEW. I still love it, but I think this last sort of era, Double or Nothing was fantastic, but the bit in between Double or Nothing and now has just felt a bit sluggish. It feels like they've been saving everything for this show, which was true from the looks of it. It looks like they were. But yeah, I was sort of not feeling it as much, but this just felt like, pre-Revolution 2020 Dynamite. Now, where to begin? Where to begin with this show? What should I talk about first? Should we talk about the big thing? Let's talk about the big thing. Aleister Black's in AEW. Aleister Black and Andrade, which is insane to me. The fact that I put up a video saying I want more from Aleister Black and Andrade, I think a little into last year, and now they're in probably my favourite wrestling promotion on the planet. Maybe someone's listening, but my god, that was a hell of a debut. A hell of a debut for anyone who's not seen. Oh, there's going to be spoilers in here. I'll probably put spoilers somewhere, of course. He debuted against Cody. He debuted by giving a black mass to Arn Anderson and then a black mass to Cody. That was incredible, and he looks incredible. He's got the contact in his eye because he ain't got an eye, according to WWE canon. And it was just great. He looked amazing. He looked amazing in the suit. His black mask was crisp as fuck, and it was just, the presentation was awesome. The lights going down in the first match, the strap match with Cody, and then the lights going down in the Arn Anderson segment. It was great. Terrific debut. I think it's one of the best debuts AEW have done, maybe aside from Jon Moxley, because they're not great on debuts. It's up there in probably the top three, at least. The only one I can think of that was really, really, really good was Jon Moxley. But apart from that, the rest of the show was just absolutely stacked. It was absolutely stacked. I thought the strap match was a return to form from Cody, who I haven't enjoyed a lot of his stuff recently, but I thought this worked really well. I thought, it wasn't as good as the dog collar match against Brody Lee, but it was, it was a Cody strap match. It was everything you'd expect. Bit of blood in there, bit of whipping, of course. It was a good Cody match. I really liked that opener. Thought it worked really well. He got a huge pop. Cody did. I'm hoping they're going to move him away from sort of the Nightmare Family stuff, which it seems they're doing. Moving into Malachi Black. Malachi, I quite like that name, Malachi Black. Kind of sounds like Malekith from Thor the Dark World. Dark Elves, cool, sure. What else did we have on this show? What else did we have? We had Andrade El Idolo make his in-ring debut. Now, the only criticism I have about this is that I hate his ring gear. I think his ring gear is terrible. I hate the way it's like a suit and it's baggy. No, not for me. Thought it looked a bit naff, a bit cheap. Other than that, though, he's just as good as he was on the main roster and in NXT. He hit his double moonsault, his, diving foot stomp when they're in the Tree of Woe. Hit all his signature moves, and I was like, my god, Andrade, please win the AEW Championship, please. I love Andrade, and I think he looks insanely cool. I think he's going to really, really shoot to the top of AEW, and I want to see that match with Kenny, because that would be insane. That would be easily match of the year. That's grasping a bit, but you know what I mean. It was great. It was a really great match against Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal looked good as well, which, if you can elevate both guys, sure. So it was a good in-ring debut for Andrade, I thought. We also got, let's talk about the main event, because the other stuff, we'll talk about Britt Baker's promo, which was really good. I like them referencing Saudi Arabia. That was a good shot. It got a really good reaction from the crowd as well, even though I'm not too into the feud, but that little jab at WWE was classy. The match between Orange Cassidy and the Butcher and the Bunny, with Orange Cassidy with Chris Statlander, I thought that was okay. I thought Orange Cassidy should have been given a bit more, since it's his first time in front of a live crowd, aside from Double or Nothing. But it was fine. It was okay. I didn't mind that. But let's talk about and I'm probably missing something because I'm rambling. I'm recording this straight after watching because I am full of energy because that was an insane show. Let's talk about the main event. Oh, no, because I have forgotten about the one big thing. I'm a fucking dumbass. Kenny Omega came out for a promo. Who should interrupt again but the Dark Order? That's all fine, you know, similar to last week. I like the classic, what would I call it, high school jab. What's the capital of Thailand? Bangkok. And then he kicked him in the nuts. That was perfect. But who should come down to save the Dark Order but Hangman Page, in which we got a stare down between the Hangman and Kenny. Oh my god, I have never been more into a feud than this one because it has been built up so well and it's finally coming together, seemingly for a match at Fight for the Fallen, which I think might be a little bit too soon. I'd like to see it all out. But either way, this segment was amazing. It was everything I wanted a first confrontation between Hangman Page and Kenny Omega to be, and Hangman Page is going to have a promo next week. If he cuts a promo similar to the Cody ungoddamn deniable promo, I'm going to lose my cowboy shit. Let's put it that way. And finally, let's talk about the main event. Young Bucks versus Penta El Zero Miedo and Eddie Kingston in a street fight for the AEW Tag Team Championships. This was as insane as you would expect it to be. You got some incredible spots. First of all, Canadian Destroyer off the apron through a table. Sure, that was sick. What else did we have? Thumbtacks. We got a top rope Hurricane Rana onto thumbtacks, which looked nasty. Poor Penta, but it was incredible. It was incredible. The Young Bucks just oozing dickishness. They are so unlikable. So unlikable. Even though they've now shaved the moustaches, which, damn it, why would you do that? But the finish with putting the thumbtacks in Eddie Kingston's mouth and then giving him a superkick party, oh, it looked brutal. And the best part is that Eddie Kingston and Penta look great coming out of this because they've got so many visual pins here. Specifically when, you know, Matt Jackson was deciding, not Matt, Nick Jackson was going to do a 450 on Matt and Eddie, and he just did it on the ref, similar to what Kenny did at Double or Nothing when he just clocked the ref. This Elite storyline is just off the chain good, and I'm so excited to see where it goes. I thought this was a terrific episode of Dynamite, terrific television special. I'd like to see how it holds up next to the Great American Bash, which I haven't yet watched. I'm probably going to watch that today. But overall for me, this was a 5 out of 5 show. I absolutely loved it. Loved every second of it, and it absolutely flew by. So let me know what you thought of AEW Road Rager. Let me know down in the comments and I will try and reply to every single one of you. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.